Wow, here we are. We are live. Hello, hello. This is TaraLee Live. We're live again on YouTube again for the second time today. I'm with my doggy. I'll let you go. She's out of here. We're at Croptober. I'm with my awesome co-host Drake. It is behind the scenes. We are over there. Drake's over there hanging out with Cameron. He has help in the garden. My help is inside trimming off the leaves. I forget the camera's over here and not over here now because I'm all confused. Go ahead, Drake. What?
I said I've been doing the same thing. I keep forgetting your way up here. That's what I was saying right before we popped on. You're up here instead of down here where the computer is.
Yeah. So let me get chat popped out of here on my computer. Pop out of chat. We got a couple of what shall I say? Camera angles for you going on. How is sound and how are we coming in? I feel like I just glitched out all of a sudden.
But I think you're good now.
Drake, either Drake's glitching out or I'm glitching out. I'm not sure which one it is.
Drake certainly got a plane above him, but I think the mic is probably helping with that. Who knows?
It's not that bad, actually. No, it's not. I have so we're out in the garden and we're doing some Croptober. We thought we'd bring you behind the scenes with us. We have Bingo Lombardi hanging out with us in the house. We got Supreme Grape. We got Debo in the house. We got Grosky. Oh my God, I can't. Why don't I kill your name some more? Grosky. How we say that? Supreme Greg, how are y'all doing? What's up? We're showing you guys the garden. This is Tropical Moon, bred by Vader OG, Vader and Shrimp, over at Ocean Grown Seeds. It was gifted to me at a conference in Portland, so I grew it out. Here it is. Love it. It's beautiful. I have 2 of them in my garden. And we're going to be talking Drake quite a bit about this Jadam treatment that he's using. And wow, what an amazing thing this is with Drake. We're out. Can you believe it? We're in October and we're harvesting, Drake. Can you believe this? Crazy.
We usually push it pretty far over here when we can, but yeah, generally for anyone that doesn't know, in the Okanagan in BC, Canada. So it's like for the last, let's say 2 weeks at least, we've been above 77% humidity, aside from like today where we got some sunshine. So I'm utilizing that. But it hasn't been too much of an issue because the whole time along we've been, implementing preventative measures along with trying to encourage diversity as a whole, which has been doing a pretty good job of preventing any mildews or molds, fungus in general. I haven't come across any botrytis yet. Haven't seen any PM yet. So I'm sure we'll find something throughout the forest, but we'll have to see.
I just felt a raindrop on my forehead. Either that or a bird flew over and pissed on me. I'm not sure which it was. I'm guessing a raindrop was on my head. Yeah. So what's your favorite plant in the garden to harvest this year, Drake? What are you most looking forward to? What do you want to talk about?
Probably the Congo, the Robert Street Congo, just because of how far along it's progressed. I figured it wasn't gonna fill out at all. It was just gonna be airy and tiny just because of its nature, but it actually flipped the first out of everything in the garden because it's the most sensitive to the light cycle here, apparently. So it's not, forearms necessarily, but I'll show you if we stick around that long and get there. And I've got some really nice sized flowers from her. So I'm really excited for that to come down, and then probably either the black garlics or this infected with some virus or disease nukin plant that has been able to grow through it is just the loudest plant to deal with. Even the fan leaves just reek and are coated in little tiny resin heads.
Nice.
What? Yeah. I know we've been over it, but what about yourself?
Well, this is probably my favorite one I'm looking forward to, and also the Congo. It was nice having 2 of the Congo in my garden this year. I'm looking forward and pressing that and making some bubble hash. Hopefully, I've got 2 plants of those I'm going to be making hash out of.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to dry some of the Congo for sure, just because it looks like an incredible smoke. And then I'll probably hash them, even though I hear it's got very small heads and you're, not the craziest yielder, like in the 1% range.
Yeah, but we like to smoke hash though. So hey.
That we do.
So what's Cameron's favorite? Does Cameron want to tune in today?
Well, of course, I only know what I can see right now, based on what I can see. And like you just said, we're hash smokers, so we won't know until we hash it. But the black garlic has always been a favorite profile of mine, and it's come along really nicely in this garden. So I'm excited to see how that turns out for my personal consumption. This Nukin also just kind of worthy mention. Like Drake said, it's kind of a shame that it's had this viroid that it's been fighting through this whole time. But it's also like despite that, it's a noteworthy plant, and it has a really pungent rotting fruit profile, exactly what you'd expect of Nukin, and just a really nice visual appeal as well. So I'm really joyous for that one as well. But I haven't even gotten the chance to get back here to this Congo really to put my eyes on it properly yet. So we're doing this together right as we speak.
Awesome. Really good to hear that. I love it. Love you guys in the garden. So cool. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're just hanging out. We thought we'd go live, show you a little bit behind the scenes grow. I forget my camera's over here, but chat's over there. So thanks for being here. You can all hang out. You can share if you want. Thought we'd give you a nice little place to hang out behind the scenes. We're not going to be able to pay a lot of close attention to chat. Because we have got harvesting to do. So we're going to be kind of chit-chatting back and forth, asking one another questions, getting to know a little bit about our garden. Drake hasn't done any garden updates for a while, so I'd like to hear some garden updates from Drake.
Oh, I mean, I guess there's always something going on. Indoors, we're coming along nicely. I'll probably post about that soon. We're on day 35, something along those lines. So far, I'm thinking I'm seeing the nicest growth so far on the same, clones of black garlic indoors. And we're just, again, implementing our Jadam inputs in cautious levels, but indoor now solely, so nothing else. And then, lots of the base for anything that we're working with is just Soilless Pro Mix that I'm adding some worm castings into. So it's really just the organic matter plus the Jadam inputs in the principles we're applying. So it's cool to see that happen indoors, but there's a lot to it. But that's fun. And then outdoors, I mean, we're living it. We got 30 or so plants to go through. We're going to deal with the nicest ones. We're de-leafing everything right now, and we will take the tops and save the nicest, most reputable product and dry that, and everything else we're gonna, further break down and store in freezers, and then bust out that good old freeze dryer we got from you, Tara, and get processing.
Woohoo! Boy, do we have processing to do. I love how you Canadians say that.
We sure do.
So what are you thinking about? I would love to know, like, really your honest opinion about, obviously we really kind of already know it, but this is your first year of doing Jadam, really, right?
In a manner that's at all close to actually following the guidelines. Yeah, it's the first season, and I keep saying we're maybe like a 80% or less rendition of it. Not that we're doing anything outside of it, we just don't have every single input and different facet of the practice. And that was just for this season. We were pretty well able to make almost everything this season while we were growing, so that we can now implement it for the next year. There's going to be a couple odd things, if you were to look at it as a whole, where we still won't necessarily be incorporating them, but it's going to be a lot more thorough than even most Jadam farmers, because I'm doing it small scale. And when you're doing it large scale, you don't go to the extent in which are feasible within the practice, feasible is kind of the wrong word. It's possible to achieve them if you have a small area and plenty of time, but it just isn't feasible on a large scale. If you're doing any sort of, substantial size, there's a lot more simple ways to, ensure the practice will work as a solid cog in the gears. So overall, with what I'm seeing this season, it's been a blast. The expressions I'm seeing outdoors compared to what I've been seeing indoors is phenomenal. It's generally that way, but having grown outdoors for, quite a few seasons now, and with the, Hugel style living soil, not tilling for at least, for quite a long time here. It's noticeable no matter what. Usually just going from indoors to outdoors, you're going to see some pretty crazy results. But overall, to compare from like last season to this season, just from enacting these different inputs, and there was all sorts of PM issues. I had a little bit of botrytis problems. This was just when the rain came last year, which came a little bit later in the season. But as soon as the rain and cold came, those issues were just a big problem. And, I was mitigating them with different means. And the season prior, same thing, but utilizing labs, so on and so forth. Whereas this year with the Janam protocol, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen mold or mildew yet. It's been raining for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks. We've got, I don't know how much is in the camera, but this isn't specifically anything crazy, but thumb and a half size nugs, and they're pretty dense and they're not getting rotted out. We've got some larger ones that have actually fell over, because this is all kind of the smaller side of the plant. The larger parts of the plant, I didn't have dual support, so they fell over. So they're falling over the Congo. So I'll bring some of those out later. And then when we get into the black garlics and some of the other ones that came along a little bit more, we've got some good size, golf balls plus out there. And some that are even, a little larger, and we're not seeing those issues. And it's just due to the protocols we've been following. So sorry for that being so long-winded.
No, it's supposed to be long-winded. You need to explain that shit. It's all good.
Well, you don't get too many of those because I'm supposed to be working.
Working away. I know, crazy. Bingo said in chat, he says, it's crazy all this weed I grow, and I'm going to squish and make all hash out of all of it. Not even bong rip out of one.
Not even a bong rip. Not even a terp dip for Bingo.
Bingo, come on up. You can have a bong rip.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm just basically de-leafing along with you guys. And as soon as this gets de-leafed, I'm whacking it off and I'm going inside with it. We've got my husband's inside right now, taking off all the families on some other plants. We helped a friend out. One of my friends needed some help with some harvest, so he needed some help. So helping him harvest some stuff and trim it up his crop for him, and helping medical patients out.
That's the way we like to do it. Oh, coffee.
Coffee. Oh, good. Yes. Let's have a coffee break. Cheers. Let's say hi to everybody in chat. How's it going? What's up? What's up? Hopefully the dogs aren't barking too loud next door, because they're really loud on my end. I'm not sure how they sound over here.
You're shiitake. Nothing at all.
Okay, cool. Okay. This coffee is tasting good. I wish I would have brought my rig out here though for a rip. But then I don't know that I'd get much done.
That's too easy of access for you.
Uh-huh. Better than I have to go in the house and have one.
Ugh. Who else is out there trimming away? Who else is still harvesting? Anyone? Anyone that's watching harvesting still?
Yeah, I think it's we're very lucky to live where we live. Everybody's like, oh, you live in Washington, it rains all the time. Well, guess what, guys? You see it right now. You're outside with me. October what? What is the date today? October 23rd, almost Halloween. Good gosh. Halloween.
4 days till a certain someone's birthday.
Drake's birthday is on the 27th. That's right. Happy birthday. Wait, what day is that? What? I can't even think right now. We should have a birthday party. No, his wife's probably already planning something for him. What are you guys doing for your birthday, Drake?
Hopefully, like fucking just trim it and mash.
Trim gel for your birthday?
Probably be a good birthday.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with trim gel when it's your own shit you're trimming. When it's somebody else's shit, that'd be different, right? There's always something better in you're trimming your own stuff, though. You know, it's just always something with that stuff you hope grows. Okay, now you don't need to. No. Hey, no, Zelda, no.
Party.
So, getting all the dogs in there. We're getting started now. I'm telling you, Zelda, no.
I think I can hear a dog. Anyone else hear a dog? What's everyone smoking out there? And then talk about it amongst yourselves because I can't see. I'm interested though, so you can telepathically let me know, bingo, we got that thing going on. All right.
Okay, my dog just got put in the house. Okay.
You go
Dog down. Now if I could shut the neighbor's dog up, I'd be good.
And then get rid of this cloud that just showed up. It's cold.
I know. What the hell? What's up with this clouds that are coming in? We might get a little sprinkle. I don't know.
Watch it.
Doubt it though. Nah, it's gonna go all the way around us. We're gonna get nothing. You guys are gonna have clear skies, no rain. You know, I just have to say, if I was wrong this many times on a job, I would have been fired by now. I can't believe that weatherman still has a job. Because our weatherman, he don't know nothing. I think he reads for the big cities, not for our town. You ever get that feeling?
Oh yeah, it's pretty much impossible to trust it. It's been changing every day here because we watch it every day, especially right now during harvest. So we use our own little app that's almost more, well, shouldn't say that, but yeah, it's unpredictable.
Tell you what, it doesn't look like 12% chance of showers right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't even know what our weather says. I quit looking at it. I gave up.
City. Fucking cold. So Drake.
I am de-leafing the tropical moon grown by Vader or bred by Vader and Shrimp and ocean grown seed. And it smells lovely, lovely. Here, let's bring that in for, see if I can get a close view. Here. Is that a close view? Oh, here we go. Isn't that pretty? She's pretty.
I pretty much can't see, so.
I didn't even.
But I believe
clean that
you.
up. Oh, there's some aphids on there. Yeah, I got a few aphids. But she's pretty. She is definitely pretty. Frosty. She's a pretty lady. I am happy with her.
Nice.
Very happy. So there you go. And I have two of them. And I want to say that I grew, this is the fourth one I've grown. And I want to say they're all really, really close. I like very similar in structure. I would say this one probably has the most leaf curl, which is what's famous apparently in the ocean grown. Apparently that's really famous in their cultivars. I don't know, Drake, you want to talk about some cultivars you're growing? What they got? What you're finding out? What you're seeing?
Form cut cookies is black. GDP's red, purples, and yellows. This Nukin's going browns and purples. The black garlic is living up to its name. Pretty black garlic. We've got the strawberry starburst is going purple, but we've got a couple of the Insane and the membrane staying lime green. We've got the Congo that's lime green, that's just now turning kind of like a crimsony, reddy, browny, really neat colors right through the flower as well as the leaf. And the My Little Pony is also going very dark purpley brown. Bubblegum Breath has fuchsia stigmas and is very bright purple with some blues in it. And that's my medicine.
Love you, Drake. It's sure easy to trim this plant, I'll tell you that much. I really like the structure. Very easy, super easy to trim. Super easy to trim. My other camera says live streaming. I forgot to close that stream. It is a pretty baby, boy. Once you get the leaves cut off, you can really see the nugs and they really stand out. It's crazy. Makes
Awesome.
you want to stand back and admire.
Sometimes that's exactly what you got to do.
Well, I'm telling you what, if I was anybody that was going to grow in Washington, I'd be looking at the Eastern Washington or Central Washington. I'm telling you what. Or in Canada, I'd be looking up there in that Okanagan Valley.
I don't know. You be ready. Be ready for it. There's been a lot of crops lost to PM and botrytis this year, and a 50-degree summer. for a random 10 days.
Just grow like Drake.
Well, then it's easy.
JNF. JNF.
It's like
Drake.
that. It's like that meme. Oh, and I don't know shit. I keep saying that. I don't know anything. Every day I learn that I know a lot less.
The more I know, the less I know.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Always be worried about someone that knows more every day. The more you know, the less you actually know. It's great.
The more you learn, the less you know. How about that? The longer I trim, the colder my coffee gets.
I know what's up with that.
I don't know, but it's
I should
already
have
pretty
coffee
cold.
and I should have coffee in one hand and trim scissors in the other. That's what I'll do. Coffee in one, trim in the other. I put it in a thermos though. Did you put yours in a thermos?
In a thermos. I don't have time for a thermos.
Raymond says bong rip. It's 420 somewhere. Take a rip for me, Raymond. Cheers. This is like goo. That's like scissor hash, all of that. But yeah, I don't say that shit.
Well, hoity-toity.
What? Never.
Yeah, me neither. Maybe squish.
Yeah. Yeah, do you save it? Who saves scissor hash? Do you save scissor hash? I don't.
Nice on
I
bowl.
smoke joints, maybe. If I smoked a joint or a bowl, maybe, but I don't do that.
Your audio
I'll save it.
took a trip. Went south.
I'll save it for a friend. It did? Is
You're
it so bad?
You came back.
You know why? It's because I'm trimming away from my speaker now, or my mic.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I'll have to move my mic over here on this side. Hey, anybody's Vader, if you're got Ocean Grown or Vader, tag them and send them over here. Show them that I'm cutting his plant up, trimming it up. I forgot I was gonna tag him. I should have told Bacon to do that for me. Oh, my friends on Discord, what are y'all doing? Oh, here's a lace wing. Is this a lace wing? I think this is a lace wing. Perfect. I can show y'all a lace wing.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh, wait.
or something.
Where'd it go? There's a lace wing right here. Here she is. This is a lace wing right here, isn't it?
I can call it. Oh no, I can't see shit. But that looks actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna identify, but it's not a caterpillar.
I think that is a lace wing.
I'm too far from the screen.
And she flew away.
That's cool if it is.
Yeah. Got some predators doing their job. Get them aphids. Get them bitches. God, I hate aphids. The wind's coming up a little bit. How about there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's chilly.
Trim away. You know what we could do? We could put the should we put the link out and let people join?
Why not?
Or that, no, that's a lot to keep track, huh? That's all right. Never mind. Because if audio doesn't come in, I don't want to have to deal with that. Never mind. Never mind. That was a brain fart idea. That was a well not thought out idea. We are trying to get this harvest done before. So Drake, do you really think you're gonna have all your plants down tonight?
No.
For just to give a
What are
little
you shooting for?
this first garden area here, I'd be surprised if we get it done this weekend. Like I'm hopeful. This first half, and then there's an entire half and then some. Still.
That's awesome. I love it. You guys got trees over there. It's so awesome to see. I love it.
We don't get the season to bud them too big, so we got to grow them so big so we can get a lot of, average size buds. And then I lollipopped them way heavier than you really should for outdoors, just to encourage decent sized tops.
So you learned that you're going to lollipop less for next year? Is that what we're learning? What are we learning?
Oh no, I'm just growing. Well, probably, but because I have other cultivars lined up that'll finish in September instead of the end of October. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, the wind's coming up a little bit, getting a little cold. No, it actually was a lacewing, y'all. Yeah, it looked giant because of, yeah, it was a lacewing. I know it was after I looked at it. It's lightly colored though. Yeah, it looked big because of the camera and the angle, I think. But I definitely got aphids. But that's natural shit. Like that's okay. I don't spray pesticides or anything on my plants. My ducks help me trim a little bit underneath. Or my geese. Did your ducks help you at all, Jared?
Oh, yeah. And Jadam Herbal Solution, which is 100% plant nutritional value and also insecticide when done properly.
I just didn't want to do it. And as soon as I'm done trimming these, I am gonna go inside and hang them on. I'm gonna start cutting them branch by branch, and hang them on some fencing, metal fencing that I have by my shop. Let's take you all in there with one of the cameras and show you that.
You turned around again.
Oh shit! Sorry. Here, let me move my mic over here. Caught on the bud. There, is that any better?
Way better. Stop putting me in my comfort zone and making me tell you about it.
That's a first. Now you know how I feel.
I'm being the bearer of bad news, okay?
Now you know how I feel. How long did I struggle with that?
Just seamlessly. I'm very choppy. I'm like, I'm like rolling a triangle or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Get in there. I didn't even know I was scolded. I just fixed the problem.
Whatever.
Holy, hello, Conto.
Now I'm going to go over on the other side of the net, and then I'll probably lose more mic. Oh, here, I can trim under here for a while.
But it's got a nice profile. It feels nice on the fingers. Is that one over there hard, or is it kind of just
Oh my goodness. Beautiful. I get different scissors now that I'm pretty well done with this fire piece of nuking.
You know what? I don't actually care. I think I'm gonna let it. Does anybody want to join and hang out while we're trimming? While we're doing all this? I don't care. Hey Mark, how are you? What do y'all think? Think I should put the link out? Anybody can join? Anybody want to join and chat? Say yes. Say yes if you want to join and I'll put a link out. If not,
I'll wreck it. Give kind of black garlic to smell. Check out little bottom nug, little fertilizer nug.
Oh, it's dank, you guys.
Is it?
It's gonna be so nice.
Woo!
It has that kind of like match heads kind of smell. It's gross.
Match head, huh?
Yeah, it's gross. You
Huh.
smell it intuitively, you'd be like, I don't want to smoke that. But a seasoned veteran like myself can tell you that's exactly what you need.
We're back.
Yeah, curious to see the difference between between the live profile when we do the fresh frozen bubble hash into rosin versus the dried and cured flour profile. Maybe we'll, if depending on how much we have of that, maybe we'll try a little squish of the flour or
Yeah, you know
what
what would be really cool is to be able to grow enough of all of that, right? And be able to process some hash, some bubble hash, some, all of that. Raw flour hash, flour rosin, fresh frozen.
It can feel a bit boring, doing a monocrop and only having one cultivar, but when you consider you have endless options for how you process it and how you proceed through the grow, it's really fun in that you can see the immediate impact of all of your inputs and procedures. It's really cool in that sense. I don't know why I'm cutting the leaves off. This is mulch, right, Drake?
Yep.
Okay.
Toss it down. Base fertilizer. Chop and drop.
Take as little out of the soil as we can. Oh, I just felt a raindrop.
Not good. I only felt one though. I haven't felt another either. So it might just be one, Cameron. You might be okay. How many miles apart are we? We should figure that out sometime and direction. We're like directly south.
Google.
Are you in the Okanagan Valley with us, Tara, or are you just west of the Okanagan Valley? Where are you? Because
I'm straight south of you guys, all the way down south of Okanagan.
Spills into Eastern Washington, right?
Right, and kind of Columbia Basin is where I'm actually at. So, but it actually the Okanagan Valley spills into the Columbia Basin, basically.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
That's cool.
we have pretty much the same weather when Drake and I talk.
Yeah, or flows into each other's one way or the other.
Yeah. My chickens are going off. I probably should go check on them.
I wonder if your crops have ever enjoyed water from the same cloud.
Yeah, I'm really only seeing aphid, but you know, honestly, the aphids are really mainly on, if they're on leaves, I've really noticed them mainly on the water leaves or the family, excuse me.
Same with the PM. Did I steer you away? It's just what everyone says about the PM. Just making a joke.
I'm out of here. The PM. No PM.
A PM comment left you PO'd.
Because you're trying to hack on me. That's why.
Uh,
Yeah, huh?
nope.
Liar. Liar.
Nope. Not.
Liar, liar. Liar, liar.
That would be me.
Yeah, whatever. Being facetious. That doesn't work either. Calling your ass out. It may work with your wife, but it don't work with me.
Huh?
Tara, do you have any cultivars that when you're trimming or handling irritate your skin while others do not?
Yes. Yes. Most of them actually. Oh shit, they're coming for you, Drake. Most irritate my skin actually, but it's more when they get ready to flower. That's when they really start to irritate my skin more than anything. And I think it's because they're part of the stinging nettle family, right? I feel like they have stinging nettle fibers. Some of us are just more sensitive to that. Our skin. I think, are we even, I'm like, do we even see Drake and Cameron in there? I can kind of see on the side.
We're hiding here somewhere.
Hiding in the back. I'm going to go turn on this other side. Hopefully you can hear me over here.
Hey.
I'm over here by this other camera. This is, cultivar is so easy to trim. I love these long leaves on it. I really do.
Yeah, pretty well just.
Super easy. Love when the families grow out super, super long like that. Oh. Is the sound okay? Am I coming in okay? Okay.
So the bird landed on one of these buds. That's what the hell out of you. Wild bird JLF.
So, how long do you think you're going to be curing for, Drake, before you're going to try to smoke the first bud?
You know,
And Cameron,
I'll do it right after it's dried. So after like 15, 20 days, you know, after it's dried, put into a jar for a few days and stabilized. And then after that point, it'd be nice to save some for like at least a month or 2 months to get a decent little build going on it.
how
I
long
will-
of a cure do you think needs it?
Needs it? I mean, at least a month would be nice.
Sorry, Cameron, go ahead.
I I was just gonna say I will never combust it. I will not smoke it. I will smoke the hash at any stage in its maturity, though.
Woohoo! You're my man. No combustion. That's why I got that Dynavate, baby.
Yeah, I got my trusty Volcano that was given to me as a high school graduation present, however many years ago that was now. And it's still going strong. I've got the Mighty Vaporizer from the same company. And then I have a nice glass collection to consume the dabs.
Nice. Whew, the wind died down and the storm blew around us. See, I told you it was going to be nice. Take this t-shirt, this jacket off. Whew. Ding, I heard that.
Oh, I didn't know that was on. I thought that was on your end.
Wasn't on my hand.
Who knows what it is? Some stupid notification. Time to turn off Discord notifications and mute everything. It's still on, and if I turn off the jukebox, it's still on.
You have to know how. It's special. It's a secret. They're coming for you.
Prepare the JLF cannon.
Okay, this net doesn't work so good with a ponytail on top of your head. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I bet. You keep getting caught up. You're catching Tara's.
Yeah. Like, buffer and cut it out, but I'm going to use the net next year. I don't like to cut the netting. I like to reuse it. I'm a reuser. That's why I like to use wire. Then you don't have to worry about, that shit. Yeah.
So Tara, do you have a vegetable garden that you've been having to do any final preparations for in addition to your cannabis?
I kind of slacked on that this year, to be honest with you. I have, I didn't really can anything. I didn't, really like this has been, it's a full-time job when you're a medical patient trying to heal and just grow your medicine for the year when you smoke as much as I smoke. So it was really hard to even focus on vegetables, knowing how much I was spending every week at the store. So I really had to make my cannabis garden my priority. Unfortunately, I wish I had more time and more help to do that.
I totally understand the sentiment, but yeah, it's nice to look forward to that year to year as we can get these techniques under our belt and get them more second nature. Then we can free up a little more time to focus on other parts of the garden.
Exactly. Like when you're learning how to just amend the soil, that's a lot.
Certainly is.
Persistence, and it's hard to be persistent at something when you fail it over and over and over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hard, but when you stick with it, it's easier. Oh, I just bumped this Nukin and it smells like Popeye, the cigarette stick candies. Just smells like it's very
Like minty?
No. It's like those candies, those like Popeyes, those candy sticks, those white candy sticks that are like fake cigarettes.
I think those have been prohibited since
I thought those were minty.
No, they're like a kind of a sweet, just like a general candy,
Oh,
like a plain
okay.
sugar.
Huh.
But yeah,
Oh.
it's like very reminiscent of it for me. That and rotting fruit in general, like overripe plums and apricots.
So what other smells you got going on over there?
Shout a few out, Drake. Touch a plant near you and shout out a few things that come to mind.
Let's see here. The Congo's got that crazy lemon, cleaner lemon, pledgy kind of vibe with like more of a earthy root vegetable kind of undertone to it. So it's not as like heavily citrus like Tropicana cookie, punchy in the face, like too much citrus, but it's definitely got some like crazy lemony, citrusy vibes that then goes to that earth. And then we've got, let's see here, My Little Pony. So that's got the like the standard upfront tickle your nose with a kush with the earthy floral vibes that come through. Not too much sweet, but a little bit of sweetness on the back end that counteracts the subtle celery like a root cellar, like a celery funk. So
Dankness.
that's odd kind of dankness, a weird odor to it that like complemented by the sweet that has the over or the middle biggest notes of that cushy sort of floral vibe in between. So that's what's closest to me.
Cool.
One of my favorite plants that we played with so far, I think Drake might have to correct me, but it was just this random, right up front, this random plant that just popped up without being planted. It just came up through the soil, and it has, to my nose, a really distinct, like the Nestea, like the iced tea powder. It
Oh,
has
wow.
really strange, and even as I smell my fingers now, and it's been probably at least an hour since I touched it, still very distinctly got that Nestea kind of a vibe to it, with a little bit of the spice of the black garlic, since I was fondling that as well.
That sounds crazy. I think I'm getting nose blind. After being in my friend's garden and he grew 30 plants, and I grew 15, different cultivars. Yeah, I get kind of nose blind after a while, I have to say. So did we ever ask Cameron when he first started smoking cannabis? Did we ever do that question, Cameron thing?
I'm not sure that we did.
We have a captive audience right now, Drake. We can take advantage of this.
Yeah, I'm always willing. I'm open book. Well, yeah. I mean, when I experimented with cannabis when I was young, like maybe younger than most people would. Like I was probably like 12 and 13. Like I was using cannabis just like at school with some friends or something. And that was pretty infrequent. But then later in high school, in my later teenage years, I started having some pretty major sleep issues. And while I didn't actually enjoy the effects of cannabis, like I found that it made me pretty just messed up. Like it just screwed me up pretty good. And I didn't enjoy that effect. I found that afterwards, when I started to like the kind of come down crash effect that some new recreational experience or new recreational users might experience, I actually found that was like a very relieving effect because I could fall asleep, where instead of like being up for days at a time as an insomniac, and that led to me using cannabis strictly for that medical relief. I didn't even again I didn't really enjoy the upfront effects. I thought they were a bit overwhelming, but on the back end, I found that I got sleep relief from it. And then as I moved forward through my life, my relationship with cannabis evolved as my needs as a medical patient evolved. I had some injuries that gave me chronic pain, and I also learned to navigate my own mental health differently. And so my relationship changed to a point where I started using it a lot more regularly rather than just in the evenings and riding out a really uncomfortable high. So I used it as often as I possibly can so that I have a really comfortable tolerance to the effects of it so that I can dial them into my needs and modulate the effects so that I can move through the day, still have a sharp mind but at the same time have the relief and stability that I need throughout the day. So I think that's here I am today.
Pretty cool to recognize it at a young age like that it was helping you, I think.
Yeah, it was a blessing. I mean, I had to go through the ringer. Like I tried, it was really my last resort, right? Like, even though I'd experimented with it when I was younger, I kind of adopted this prohibition driven mindset that it was bad to use it. And so I stopped using it or used it very infrequently. And then I was taking prescription drugs, like whatever the doctor gave me, often some sort of benzodiazepine, sleep medication, etc. Yeah, those just have their own. I'm not for everybody. I think every medication has some legitimate use, and I think it's a lifesaver for some patient out there. But for me, it had a lot of setbacks. And when I went to cannabis as a last resort, it was such a relief to find something natural and something that I'd come to learn was not harmful and quite the opposite. And be able to use that as my medicine was a really, really pleasant experience, although it was difficult to go through it in the first place, but I'm glad to have done it.
Yeah, that's cool. Good story. So when did you first grow your first plant? When did you like, wow, I can grow this shit? Was that right after?
No, it wasn't. Well, actually, I tried getting into it pretty early on, but I just didn't know what I was doing at all and failed very quickly with little effort into it. I guess it's only been most recently, like since we've met, Tara, that I've started doing my own growing. Yeah, it's been like the last 2 years. Yeah.
So wow, crazy that you've known it's a medicine all this long and then you just finally started growing.
Yeah.
So why do you think that is? Go ahead.
Well, I've been working in cannabis for my entire adult life, right? Like I've managed degrees when I was as soon as I was 18 years old, 19 years old, I was managing a medical dispensary. And I've always been involved in some facet of cannabis as like my livelihood.
Yeah. So being involved in it all the time, what gave you that, like, let's do this grow? Like, I love this story. This is cool.
It just came to as you learn more and as like you grow as like maybe a connoisseur, I want to say is the word, as you like become more and more discerning, you start to recognize the value in like the supply chain and knowing where things come from and how they're produced, why they're produced, who they're benefiting, etc. And so just considering that and considering how much time and effort we'd spent in every other facet of the cannabis industry, it just made sense to venture into kind of doing more what's the word, vertical integration, so that everything's produced in-house, like you can do your own, you could eventually our own breeding
Yeah.
projects, produce our own cultivars that have, just specific effects that we're looking for. We can grow them under specific conditions and extract them under whatever special circumstances too. It just kind of evolves. Like you just keep bumping up the bar one bit at a time, right? Like, I mean, I used to, it started with, a little bit of flour in a pipe, and I didn't care what strain it was. That's the word I was using at the time, what strain it was. It was just, it all did the same thing. And then as I began to use cannabis differently, and as my relationship with cannabis developed, it just over time, you spend 10 years with anything or anyone, everyone and everything changes, and the relationships between them change. So that's what's happened with cannabis, of just learn more and more and more, and keep trying to offer myself the best that I can.
Love it.
And thank you for being a part of this journey, Tara.
Hey, I thank you for being a part of this journey. I love that you and when did you and Drake become friends? Okay, so when did you guys meet? Let's hear a story about you guys.
Grade 8.
Grade 8. Wow.
My first memory of Drake. So I moved to Vernon from northern BC. I used to live in Prince George, and I moved to Vernon on my 13th birthday, October 15th. And so that was grade 8. And my first memory of Drake is in a woodworking class that we had to take like a bunch of 8 different elective courses for like a few weeks each in grade 8 to see, just to kind of get a taster of all of them. And I remember meeting Drake.
Yep, I remember doing that. Yeah. Nice. Wow. And you guys have remained friends that long. Wow. That's crazy.
Only gotten stronger.
Yeah, it's really, again, like similar to the relation. That's why I was drawing those lines between cannabis and even relationships with people. Like, just over time, like they just change, and you just kind of, I don't know, focus in one direction and keep pushing it as far as you can. That's kind of, we've done the same.
That's awesome. I love that story. It's very cool.
What about you?
So let's go ahead.
How long? When was the very first time you started using cannabis, and when, if it wasn't from that point, when did you start using it, like very regularly as a medicine?
So I'm a late bloomer, not an early bloomer like you. Age 42, after surviving cancer, after surviving ovarian cancer, and wanting to get off of pharmaceuticals. That is why I finally pursued cannabis. The sleep medicines weren't working for me. I just felt off all the time. I felt like a zombie. I was like, sure, you don't cry, but you're not happy either. You turn into a freaking zombie. You don't even realize it. It's crazy the shit that you start doing when you're on those antidepressants and fucking pharmaceutical shit that it wasn't good for me. Some people it might be for, but it wasn't for me. And so I pursued cannabis after surviving cancer and wanting to get off pharmaceuticals. So at the age of 42. And literally where that camera's sitting, like literally 12 feet is where I smoked my first pipe, right there with my husband. Right there, like literally. And I grew, this is where the first place I grew was right here in my garden, right here in my own backyard. This was it.
Oh shit, I was like, is this Mahoodoo? Like,
No, it's me. And then also it's cool because we're trimming through, but I planted cover crop and stuff all through here. So, be semi-cognizant of trying to step in the same little area so we can promote the growth, but it's all good no matter what.
What'd you plant, Drake?
Oh, winter rye, winter wheat, organic barley, and then I had of organic winter vetch, or just it might have just been organic hairy vetch, but it's not good for the ducks, so I didn't plant that one.
Oh, okay.
Gotta look out for your poultry.
So how many years total have you been using cannabis as a medicine now then, Tara?
I was just trying to figure that out just last night, in fact, while I was sitting in the hot tub thinking, oh, I got to figure out something for the live tomorrow. I think it's just like I started like literally, I think it was like September when I smoked my first weed, and it was at the age of 42. So it was like what was that? 7 years ago, almost 8, right around there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how quickly?
And I actually wanted to grow it before I even smoked it, because I got to go into my girlfriend's grow that was a medical grower, and even though it, I knew she is growing and everything about it, and she showed me my first plant, really, and she gave me the first weed to smoke, and my husband had to teach me how to inhale, and it was quite the experience. I didn't like coughing. I didn't like it burnt. I don't like the flavor at all. It was literally just to get high and take that thing away. What was that weird sound? Was that my computer or yours?
Oh no,
That was crazy. Did you hear that?
was it a duck maybe?
That was weird. Oh, anyways, go ahead. So what was I totally distracted me. I'm sorry.
Squirrel.
I totally got distracted. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And I'm definitely not high enough.
You were just saying that when you first started using it, it was just to get high, and you didn't enjoy the combustion.
Oh yeah. There you go. I'm like you. I don't like the combustion. Yeah. Thank God for rosin. Thank God for Hash Church. Thank God for YouTube, because I went straight into making my own concentrates. I started with dry stuff first. Luckily, I had grown a lot one year, and so I got to experiment with that. And yeah, and that will be hashing this year.
Yeah, Hash Church was another big one for me. Actually, the just the Bubble Man's World YouTube channel in general was a really big part of instilling like a sense of just like being a cannabis connoisseur and
A community.
approaching it with criticism. Like being just being weary and doing your diligence.
Yeah, getting educated and understanding it and knowing, what to expect, what's out there, what's good, what's not.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of fake bullshit out there. Unfortunately today, just like the CBD market, we were talking about this earlier. I don't like to talk about a lot of negative things on my channel. I really like to keep it positive. But as we were talking, that, sometimes that's not the most informative way to do things. And we're really about keeping the most information, and not being, what do I want to say? Be like the media and only allow you to, censorship. There you go. Thank you. And so, part of the bad side is, we kind of have to say, like, I'm not crazy about some of this stuff. So I don't know, Drake, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, there should not be CBD for $60 a gram, and it should definitely not be 120.
There is definitely a lot of predatory business minds that see an opportunity when they see any type of need, and with a under-regulated market like cannabis, it can just be an easy target for them, right?
And it's sad thing is, you know, the CBD market, that part of it, product wise, is underregulated, whereas everything else is too overregulated as far as I can see it.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But we're easier to control than every retail market out there, than every gas station out there. You should not be buying your CBD in a gas station, and your grandma shouldn't be buying her CBD in a gas station. You guys should be educating your grandparents and the senior citizens out there, because they really need some of this education. They really don't know about it. Education, education, education. So speaking of buying stuff in gas stations, what about Kratom?
In a gas station?
Yeah, don't they sell that in gas stations too? Like,
Yeah,
I guess what's the conversation on that?
I've just been using it as my medicine. I haven't really kept up on like whatever the conversation is currently about kratom as far as like regular consumption, but I have seen even here in Canada like some kratom tea varieties popping up in gas stations, and yeah, I really can't speak to whether they work or not. I think it's fine. I don't think it's like something to be worried about as far as like should this be suggested for the same way that someone might suggest a caffeinated beverage. I don't think that's problematic. I think that kratom could be used as a stimulant responsibly and safely, but it's just whether or not these producers are gathering it in a sustainable and just a safe practice. Some of the places that the kratom comes from in general are, again, like we were just saying, they're mostly largely unregulated, and so you have to be careful when you become a supplier of these products to support someone who employs safe work conditions and sustainable farming practices. Isn't just going into the jungle and tearing down acres and acres of wild growth. But yeah, at kratom, I urge anyone who has chronic pain, who has had to resort to or is considering resorting to pharmaceutical opioid medication, I just suggest that they research kratom, and that if they're able to access it in their area, that they try it for themselves and give it a fair go, because just from a harm reduction standpoint, it's just incredible. It's one of the things in my life that's really allowed me to, with chronic pain and lasting injuries, to continue going about my life and participating in things like gardening and just walking in general.
Yeah, see, before you guys came along, I'd never even heard about kratom. You're the only person I know has ever taken it or has ever even talked about it.
Yeah, it's odd that I think it has to do with a lot of people kind of being shy when it comes to talking about things like having to take opioid medications, and dealing with
Have to take any medications. We don't talk enough about that.
Yeah, it's just like
that's how I feel anyway.
There's a stigma that comes about it, and so I think a lot of people don't like sharing that very openly. I like to, because I think it kind of helps to disrupt and dismantle that kind of stigma. But
exactly,
it is at the same time, it's kind of cool to acknowledge like how many times, I think it's up to the third time now, where the DEA has tried to reschedule kratom as a Schedule 1, suggesting it has no medical properties, like no medically acceptable properties, and say that it can't be used by anyone. And they've tried to do that a few times, and each time it's happened, it's been blocked by quite a few members of the U.S. Government, right? Like, you know, whatever.
So I love that you bring that up.
And because I just wanted to mention that just because it highlights how rampant like these are, even among, you know, our social elite. Like it's still woven into everybody's lives. This isn't something that, you know, only the poor or only the rich are experiencing. It's kind of everybody. And so even something like Kratom, even though it sounds like you said, no one's talking about it, I'm the only one who's talked about it to you, even though not everyone's talking about it openly, it's still well known enough that the member, like we're talking about congressmen and women themselves blocking these attempts because of the impact in their own lives or in their family members' lives, right? So it's kind of reassuring when you think about that in the bigger picture, because you know you start to recognize that you know we're all going through it.
Exactly. And you know, it's education. That's what we need is education. It's not making things illegal or not accessible. You know, that's the worst thing to do is it's education, education, education. And if people are educated, then they're going to be, you know, more likely not to abuse things.
100%. And you're better equipped to use things more effectively when you do need them, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so they like I've heard that there's like different kinds of kratom, like two kinds of kratom, a red and a green, or stuff like that. Do you know much about that?
Yeah,
is that crazy stuff?
Heard there's sativa and indica.
Yeah, what Drake just said. He's like,
exactly.
That's a good analogy. There's so many varieties of kratom that yeah, you couldn't speak to just breaking them into 2 or 3 or 4 categories, right? The main ones would be, you said, so red, green, white, and yellow. Those are pretty much like the most well known, but there's also like there's fermented varieties, and there's, you know, these very long lineages of genetics because it's been growing wild in isolated areas for a long time, and it's been used indigenously for a long time. So it hasn't gotten the same, even cannabis doesn't have enough resources, and we haven't gotten enough information to really understand the plant completely yet, and its like genetic profile and the history of it. And kratom is even less so, right? There's very little resources dedicated to that information. By the way, the plant you're in front of right now, Tara, is beautiful. I'm just, wow.
Isn't it pretty? She's pretty. I'm telling you, this is probably my favorite plant in the garden. Ocean grown. Thank you. Right here, tropical moon. But the back to that, like you were talking about. Okay, so they wanted to make kratom a scheduled 1. So because they're saying that it has no medical benefits. Okay, so with that whole comment right there, did they not do the same thing with cannabis? They're trying to say that cannabis had no medical benefit, but yet doesn't our government hold a patent on it or something? Isn't there some bullshit like that?
Yeah, that was always an issue, right? Is in the courts was how can you deny medical access and deny patients right to access this medicine when the U.S. government themselves held these patents, thereby acknowledging the potential for medical use. But yeah, that's 100% the thing. But the thing is to acknowledge here is that approach in general is just so archaic. I mean, the Schedule 1 includes like heroin is in Schedule 1, right?
Yeah, let's just make everything illegal.
Yeah, let's just break even down heroin, right? We're talking about diacetylmorphine here. We're like, this is not so far away from morphine, which is like the central opioid. Like this is like the most common, widely used, and widely studied opioid medication, and it's it obviously has a very righteous place in our system, albeit I think we need more education around it, but like it's helpful. It's helpful in a lot of circumstances, medically speaking, and so having this diacetyl group, I don't think really makes it medically inappropriate. I think it's just the stigma attached to it and the shock associated with the name and the propaganda behind it. They just throw it in Schedule 1 just to appease the public or appease lawmakers who don't know any better. But I think all substances, given that we're all a unique soup of chemicals, I think it's important not to lock any one of them into any specific category, because that could be the exact key to saving someone's life or extending their life or giving them a higher quality of life, right? Like you might just say, oh, PCP is not helpful for anything, and let's just ban PCP and all the derivatives of it. But you might unknowingly be writing off something that's really helpful in fighting early onset Alzheimer's or some sort of.
Exactly. So very well said, Cameron.
Yeah, a lot of properties that we're missing out on or overlooking. So it's important not to rush into any one narrative about any substance, right?
As we're learning about cannabis
to ourselves, right?
Exactly. As we're learning about cannabis, right? Alzheimer's, dementia, freaking seizures, everything. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah. So what's the latest cannabinoid we've heard about or talked about? What that you guys are interested in?
Okay, I'll come over here and pull it up just to be a dickhead.
Pull what up?
The latest cannabinoid I learned about.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I came over.
Taking a break? Are we taking a break?
This is a quick one. Okay.
Okay, quick break.
Get ready for this one. And if you don't know this one, go back to school. All right. So this is one of the miscellaneous cannabinoids. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, or 10 on this list, I believe. So the one that I want to, specify on is 3, 4, 5, 6 tetrahydro 7-hydroxy alpha 2 trimethyl 9 propyl 2 6 methanol 2H1 benzoxin 5 methanol, or OH iso HHCV. So I'm sure you all know about that one.
And if you don't, just quit.
Yeah, not.
And just to key into that and make it so much less random, let's say, I recently was just looking at the list of cannabinoids that were found so far, and I think the study that was mapped was like 2007. So there was a lot more since then. At this time, there's only about 113 cannabinoids that were separated in, I think, like 480 some constituents. But there's a lot. I think there's close to 200, if not over 200 cannabinoids, and then an additional 400 or 300 plus compounds that have been identified in it. So there's lots.
Crazy shit. All right. Well, I've got to take a quick little break. I've got to run inside to grab a water, and I will be right back. So Drake, you can.
Cam's taking a dab, so I'll hold the fort, and I'll just trim away because I don't have any other options. 420, Cam says. All right. Moving on. A little bit more Congo and then on to the My Little Pony and some black garlic.
And then I'm subbing in. I'm getting a dab in because I'm freezing out here, and we got hours on hours to go. But that's a lot better than having no hours worth of work, because that would mean everything was for nothing all this year. What the hell? If you've made it this far, or you're just tuning in now, make sure you're on live chat over top chat. I'm hoping everyone out there is conversing with each other. You are such an amazing community. We appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're so inclined, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you will potentially still not get notifications and still miss it, but at least you'll have like a 20% chance of not missing the alerts if they give them to you. The YouTube gods and goddesses allow for you to get notifications. We'll see you there first thing. I'm out here trimming away. Tara's outside trimming away too. I think she might have worked inside.
Okay, I came back.
I should say de-leafing.
I'm back.
Are you back or you'll be right back? What'd you say?
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
There's
I'm
that.
back trimming. Wow, my plant, it's a difference. It's so crazy the difference once you start cutting away what it looks like after you de-leaf. It's crazy the difference.
You bet it is.
You can see those beautiful nugs. Wow. I don't want to cut her down. She's so pretty.
And I'm here just like looking at stuff and I'm like, nah, you'll take too long to trim. You're going to be mulch. Throw it.
Whatever. You're going to be out there trimming them all.
Yeah, I'm a little biased. I'm mainly working from the top down so I can get this done and then take all the tops in and then everything else can be, you know, bagged a little bit more recklessly, should I say, and then conserved for fresh frozen. But yeah, nonetheless, some of this stuff I can tell I don't even want it for fresh frozen. I want it for mulch.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just because there's enough. And I want to, like, we're weighing everything we take out so we can add back just precise amounts of salt, rock dust, and organic matter so that we technically take nothing out in a sense, or at least re-add everything we take out. And then we're just off for a clean slate next year to do our foundational application a month before planting. And then we'll be using all the fun stuff I made this year to supplement it, you know, and the analogy we kind of use is take it from a economy bus that's going to get you to the end every single time repeatably and work well, but switch that over. And now we're going to treat this like a Ferrari or a Formula drag car where we're doing tune-ups constantly and really working on it. But it's also really easy to take that left when you're supposed to go right and drive off the track and crash and burn. So you got to be very careful.
Like a Ferrari. You and your boy car terms.
I can't help it.
I know. It's okay. It's most guys grow and it's guy terminology. It's good.
It's
Fun
just
with it.
speed and adrenaline too. It doesn't matter if it's a car or a freaking scooter or whatever. Just come on. It's fun to rip.
Adrenaline junkies. It's all cool. Hey, I like squealing the tires once in a while.
I just want to feel
all
something.
good. It's all good. Jump out of a plane. How about that? You can feel that.
Last time I had an option to do that, I kind of wussed out, but it was because I was doing it for my buddy's birthday, and I show up down at the place with another, you know, couple of my buddies, and then one other friend decides, hell, I'll come do it too, and you know, there was no rhyme or reason to the order. It's just, you know, they got picked first, and then we found out only 2 people go per plane, and there was only 3 of us, so then I would have just been going up after on my own dollar, and you know, I would have been fun, but I wasn't necessarily eager to spend a few $100 to go do it and not even go up with the birthday.
Go by yourself. Yeah. That's
I mean, it still would have been a great experience, and I definitely, you know, could have ate the bill, but I definitely took the easy out.
There's a place that does skydiving that's only like an hour from us. And my husband went and did it with his niece.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, crazy.
We've got an airport in our little city here, 40,000, 50,000 people on the outskirts of it. And then there's a facility there that does skydiving right from the area. And then you get to, like, you know, the Okanagan's beautiful. So when you go up, you get to go whatever, 5,000, 10,000 feet. And then you get to see 1, 2, 3, I imagine minimum 3 nice lakes and a beautiful valley and mountains with snow even in the summer because you get to see the peaks, and it's just a spectacular view. And you know, we kind of take it for granted around here because it's literally, I mean, anywhere in Vernon here is, you know, 15 minutes away max.
Yeah.
If it's more than 15 minutes, you have left Vernon. Aside from some of that Kelowna traffic that's coming over here. Now it might be 20 minutes, half an hour in rush hour. So you know what? If Rare 710's listening in, you keep your traffic over there.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't like traffic. I don't even like the Seattle traffic coming over to Ellensburg area. Well, I kind of feel like I'm like almost like as far as I can really get without starting to just take tops off and starting to go hang.
Oh, topping time.
So I think I might start to just tackle the plant
Nice.
and go hang it. What do y'all think? I think it might be time just to start taking her down.
That's awesome. It's going to be a long road for me before we start taking anything down.
Oh, what did this thing say? Low battery. How can I be low battery? Thought I had it plugged in. How's it charging? Oh shit! Says I got
Yeah,
low
Tara's batteries left the building.
battery. I have an extension cord right here, and it's not working.
Ditching us. I think Cam just left too. He just went inside. He's like, you know what? This warmth and this fabric are way better than trimming outside.
I'm dabbing.
Probably
the
take five.
sun's
I might
coming
go for a
out.
few more of these. Fuck, I'm trying to get in these plants delicately without brushing up on them with my dirty clothes and my dirty skin, like an acrobat over here. Even for outdoor plants, you can keep them pretty clean. Said the man with some fruit flies and a few aphids even on his plants. Dare I say, holy shit. But we have been battling them back. It's been like one of the world wars, but we came out victorious. There he is. He heard me. Snuck another quick dab and rocked out.
Okay, let's see if we can plug this in before it goes dead. Apparently, my extension cord wasn't working very well.
Well, at least I can still hear you. Kind of.
There we go. We're back.
Back in
We got
action.
it.
Nice.
Back in action.
We gotcha. Beautiful.
Drake is just camouflaged in there. He is. He is funny. Him and Cameron are in there. You can't even
Oh,
see
good,
him.
buddy.
It's a freaking jungle over there.
Oh, I'm on the side.
Thanks for tuning in, famous man. I don't know when you found the time.
Yeah. he's
all the
pretty
paparazzi
famous.
chasing
Thanks for
him
coming
around.
by.
Yeah.
Paparazzi's following him around. You know it.
Go check out Funny Farms on IG.
Hey, Dab Globbin, how are you? John, thanks for hanging out. Visible Farms. Yes, I'm glad to be finishing the outdoor.
Cheers, Billboard.
Exactly. Hope you had a good year, my friend, my brother in Arizona. If y'all are in Arizona, go check my friend Pilgor out, man. He's got a beautiful grow down there. He's a natural farmer too.
If you're not, check him out anyways.
Natural farmer. We like like our natural farming, don't we, Drake?
We like all farming, but we certainly like natural stuff.
We do. We really like. We're kind of partial. Sorry, we're partial.
Fuck your Eagle 20.
Okay. What?
Fuck your Eagle 20 though.
We got some music coming. Yeah. It's 422. 222.
Is it 420? 420. 420 somewhere. Oh, those things look so pretty. So she smells of sweet gasoline.
Nice.
It's gas.
That's
Sweet gas.
Dang.
I like sweet gas. I do like sweet gas. I'd rather have lemon or a sweet, sweet fruities. Not always just lemon. I like lime. I like
travel. Come on down. We got
what?
We got what you need. We got some real citrusy, sweet, fucking lemony, orangey, zesty, cleanery, fuely. That's about it. That's all the E's we got.
That's it. That's all you got?
Yeah.
Lame.
Maybe rotten fruity, if I didn't say that one, but yeah. Don't have too many loud chems or too many bubs or any of the OG funks or that crazy pepper or old school fucking awesome hazes or anything. But hell, we're just happy to get anything finishing in this environment. So we'll take it as a win. Take the W.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, you better tie that mic to yourself now. It's your turn.
Here we are, ready for the chop.
Oh, nice.
My first
I can't
cola. Are we ready? Ready? First cola.
Sure,
First cola coming off.
Oh, it's the chop.
Cheers. Chop.
What we've been waiting for. Cam, look at this. It's not too shabby.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
right in the middle.
It's beauty.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's the one that was smacking me. And
Oh, yeah,
man, I'm kind of getting cold. I was thinking about going and grabbing a hot chocolate. Oh,
I'd love some.
Look at this. Look at how frosty they are on the bottom.
I'm coming out of the forest just to take a look.
Hey, and I realize I'm screaming in the microphone, so I'll talk a little bit quiet.
Pretty.
Holy hot, that's worth a yell.
I'm happy.
Look, it's fantastic. It's,
Smells amazing. Okay, something's going on, but you're
video
robotic.
lagginess, but it seems to lag with some decent quality overall. So I'm seeing some real stacked trichomes, or
I didn't know if
some would
you're
like to say
lagging or me.
trichromes.
I don't know if you're lagging or me. One of us is kind of cut out. Said be Drake. I bet he's out of power too. There we go. Look at that. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah, I thought it was you that lagged out.
I needed a break,
You're
okay?
back. You're back. All right, I'm gonna go hang her up. Here we go. She's coming down, pretty lady. Pretty lady. Chop down, down, down. Going down. Smells very fruity, gassy. Fruity, gassy.
The fuel.
Gassy. Fruity, gassy. Gotta love her. Ah, so pretty. Good. How's the weather holding up there?
Really cold with the big F word. My toes are frozen, so that's fun. Cam's going to get hot chocolate because he's revoking this weather as well, which I'm totally on board because it is cold. Oh, and now we got a little wind that came up since we started talking about it, so that's great.
Oh,
Yeah, no, my feeling in my toes evacuated the building like half an hour ago, probably. So we just keep layering up more and more, but that's okay.
Maybe I need your ski.
At least we got 15 hours worth of solid work left.
You want pastry?
Anything surprising, but thank you very much. And that's what we call teamwork.
15 hours of solid work done.
Okay, I think I got to get a little deeper, get into this My Little Pony a little bit here, see what she's all about. I wonder, do I dare bring you any closer? Let's see if I get over there. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, can I see the camera? Oh, barely. So you can probably kind of see me.
That'll do. That'll do.
Yeah, I hear you. The weather's getting colder here too.
What?
The weather's getting colder here too.
That was better.
Paybacks are a bitch.
That's what I was thinking. You made me get this damn brand new microphone, and now I can go frig off and apparently sound good because you're not yelling at me.
Here, I'll turn it this way. It probably should be better that way.
Holy shit! Now you're gonna put me to shame.
No, it'll be all right.
I gone and done it now. Oh, we like to have fun.
All gone and done.
Wrong. My Little Pony's got some really nice color, but definitely didn't like the cold as much. But that makes me remember that I was wrong, and that this one actually does have quite a bit of that kind of Bubba funk to it. So I lied. There's one. I think it's a pre-98 Bubba with a pre-98 cam, if that's what Johnny B said.
Ah, okay. Hubby's been trimming away. I'll take you guys inside and show you after I get all this hung. I'll show you what I'm hanging it on and everything.
Very kind of him.
Oh, you know what? I could take the other camera over there. Hang it.
We coming for you, Phil. But he's listening, so you better act quick, Tara. You only got about 20 seconds, 10 seconds now before he hears this. So he'll be evacuating the building. You'll be trimming by yourself. Not going live with that damn Canadian guy again.
Okay, I'm gonna move the other camera. Okay, there's how I'm hanging it up on a rack right there, so you can kind of see what I'm doing.
Nice. I can't see, but I believe in you.
Oh, no-no's on here. No says hi.
Like no,
Drake.
fucking Sycamore salmon arm, no. Because what's good, brother? I'm in where? Vernon here.
Yeah, you guys got to hook up.
bet No-No's not chopping his plants for like another 3 weeks. Crazy bastard. You're gonna
No,
have
no. When you cut your plants, no, no.
some fucking nice plants if y'all haven't seen those yet. I think we tried to have you on last time or a few times ago, but the technical difficulties were strong.
It's that Canadian internet.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It sure is. She's on to us.
Look at Drake. He's glitched out now. That Canadian internet. Oops. Been pressing up storms, apparently.
Nice.
Pulled the pin. Oh, he pulled the pin. He panicked first frost. No way. Oh, wow. Hey, 710, if you want to join, same link. You can still join the link there, 710. You want to hang out while we go. By the way, you can throw it out to the hash tribe. Anybody in the hash tribe wants to hang out.
Come chop it up while we chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I hear you loud and clear. Oh, who's sad to see the grow season come to an end? Are you sad, Drake? Are you happy?
No, there's too much going on for that. Just moving on to the indoor and getting ready for next year already. I can't see, so I don't know if you lost me or I lost you. If Tara's gone now, maybe it's just me up on my fence. Lost something else. I'm hearing it. Oh, there. Wasn't supposed to chop that.
Guess I'm gonna have to get off my perch sooner than later and find out who the culprit is here for dropping off. But I'm betting it's me. Oh, we got a ding dong. Maybe it wasn't me. Holy shite. Do I not have to get off my perch?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's you. You're the culprit. You're the one that's getting kicked out, not me.
I got kicked out or something. It kicked me out of my own stream. I don't know what's going on. It says my internet is unstable. Huh.
I'm trying to blame the Canadians. But hey. Got the sanctions up. Are you still with us there, or are you kicked out?
I don't know. Let's see.
I think you're here, but I can't hear you too well.
Am I here?
Here.
I'm here.
Um,
We're here. Okay, we're here. Apparently the other phone went dead, so it's going to be just the two. So at least I had it. You got to see a little bit of me hanging up in there. So here we go.
I mean,
This phone has 77%. I could do this phone. Stillbird says the ducks are slacking.
I don't even know. I think the ducks are out in the boat right now. Going for a little stroll.
Oh, come on. Come on. tangled up.
Ooh, sounds like hot chocolate's here.
Yes, indeed.
So did you want to talk about the dry room and everything we set up? Maybe talk a little bit about that.
What did I do? I set up a 4x8 tent. Can you hear me well?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, set up a 4x8 tent and sectioned it off in half, but not extremely well. So there's like maybe an inch gap around the sides and the top. So there's 2 4x4 sections. I then, thank you. I then was able to put in a 8,000 BTU air conditioner that will work in the future with a CoolBot. But I was able to put in that AC, cut it in, tape it in. I put a 6-inch can fan with a filter and air scrubber inside of it that's directing air from the one corner to the opposite corner past the wall that's dividing it so that it'll circulate the air. That's all being mixed in the one side where there's no plants going to be hanging. There's also a fan and a dehumidifier on that side. So it'll all mix around, get to the proper humidity and temperature, and then it'll be mixed into the bottom section of the other side of the tent where a fan will move it around gently and direct it up to mix the air on the side where the other plants will be hanging. And then it'll be a clean space. There's no air coming in from the outside, and there's a carbon filter running, so there's not going to be dust blowing around on the plants. That's
Nice.
That's all.
Setting it up right. I'm just hanging in the shop. Okay. What you cut out? What'd you say, Cam?
Good cookies.
Cookies. I want cookies. I'm gonna have to go have one of Kathy's medicated cookies tonight to put me to sleep.
Nice.
I need to work faster. I wanted to get one whole plant harvested.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Brownie or a brownie bits cookie.
These look kind of decent and good for it. Well, decent. Come on.
Oh, come on. Oh, wow. She smells lovely. So beautiful. Wow, look at that branch. That is a beauty. Look at that branch. She is a beauty.
Well, I guess that that kind of marks some sort of marker, some sort of milestone in the season, because this is the first hot chocolate of the year.
Uh-oh. I had some dragonfly. Oh, I do have some dragonfly cocoa. I'd almost go in and make it right now, but I want to get this harvested. It'll be my celebratory. I'll have a hot chocolate, a dragonfly hot chocolate when I'm done. That'll be a celebratory harvest.
You gonna have some mushrooms with it?
I will. I'm definitely having some mushrooms when I'm done. Let's take it before. I would have taken me a bit of a microdose before, but I forgot. Before we get started. Oh, God, she's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Just pretty. Just pretty. Loaded with.
So are we just trimming front to back? Like all of
Just
them?
loaded.
See your favorite.
Beautiful.
All these ones are probably do the same there, but we'll see. But yes, most likely what you said, favorites, which just happens to be all these. And
Okay, that's what I was. It's a decent hot chocolate, eh?
Yep.
The chocolate chip cookie, though. Whoa, that was good.
The chocolate chip cookies kick ass.
Something special about that.
Yeah, it was like one of those nice, like melty, kind of crispy.
Gooey. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but then on the other hand, we also got another cookie called a brownie bits cookie, which was a much larger cookie and like a little, just different, just different altogether. But it was still really nice. It had that like buttery kind of chew on it. I don't know.
You know, one was really good and one was really nice.
Oh, she's looking naked.
What do you think? Do you think I could fit a ladder between these 3 plants in the middle? Huh? And what would be, yeah, if I could fit the ladder, could I fit myself on the ladder?
We'll hold off for now, but
Okay, I just don't know how to get to the top of this.
yeah, you can just move on, and we'll figure out the height as we go. But it's gonna be ladder for sure. I'm just gonna clean everything up and kind of get it in the exact proportions where hopefully it's not bothering any of the bed space.
Okay, well, I'm just going to move the ladder down this walkway then and keep going this way. Go for these plants right on the edge.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
This ladder is so sketchy, dude.
Eh,
No, it's not. Not actually. It's the walkway that's sketchy. The ladder's fine. It's just on the walkway because like it's twisty and like uneven. Once in a while, if you lean the wrong way, it like pops out one of the legs.
just remember to use one hand to stabilize yourself. Because there's no one holding your ladder. You got to hold your own ladder.
That's mean. You don't even hold his ladder for him. You're on your own.
Oh, what am I?
I should get my chainsaws out for this. Whoops. Let me have that out of the
Drake, if I fall and impale myself on this T-bar here,
Just not the cannabis.
no.
Avoid the cannabis.
Before I die, please just go grab me a
dab.
big DMT dab.
Give him a dab. Yeah.
You'll get enough DMT naturally.
His last dying wish.
With some DMT.
Already put the rundown. Next level.
DMT. We didn't talk about that. Oh, wow. It's looking good, guys. I'm getting there.
Nice.
I'm getting there. Here we are. That's it. That's the last of that little stem there. You can't even. Yeah, last of it.
Do you have any?
Last of the girl. Pardon?
I was just asking Drake a question. Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
we're a little far away though.
It's all good. Oh. Well, we've got a beautiful sunset here. I don't know about y'all over there.
Not yet. We got another half an hour.
We have a beautiful sunset going on.
Oh, the ducks are making the great migration.
Uh-oh. That means it's almost quitting time.
Oh, my ducks are backwards. They're going out.
Oh, they're going out. That's right.
Like this bastard's gonna try and put us in the shed soon.
Not like my chickens. My chickens go away by themselves. They like to be put away, unlike ducks.
Ducks will be pulling at like 2:30 in the morning and be like, it's time for a walk. Have them locked up. So I just have the yard set up right now so they're safe. There's no real way for, intruders aside from like a weasel or something that we don't ever see around here to get in.
Yeah, you're lucky. Still dealing with weasels over here.
Tara, do any of your chickens or roosters behave like where they'll put themselves away, but they put themselves away in a weird spot? Like I have one chicken who sleeps on the porch every night, like puts himself away in this little spot.
Because they're getting picked on by the rest of the hens.
I don't know what it is. This guy's actually kind of like the badass of the whole property. He's like the most feared, but he's also like the most misunderstood as well.
Okay, so he's bonded more with you. That's what's going on. See, I have a hen that's bonded more with me than the flock, and she'll boss all the other ones around, but yet she still gets picked on, and it's like they don't get it. I don't know. I know what you're saying. But all of mine have to go away or have to be put away, or they will get eaten. Like they will be muskrat food. Like, in fact, I just lost another chicken the other night, unfortunately. And it got in. Somehow muskrat got in and took out another one of my hens.
Darn.
Yeah, I'm having a hell of a time with muskrats around here.
Time to make some muskrat JLF. That's what time it is.
Yeah, I got a trap out back. Let me tell you, it might have to be.
Relocated into a 5-gallon bucket.
Yep, you got it right, Cam. I won't feel too bad about that 5-gallon bucket.
I've been seeing a lot of roadkill recently, and I always want to stop and like throw it in a tote or something and make a fertilizer out of it, but you never can quite tell what they last ate or what their diet's been, especially if they're like close to a highway, civilization, or whatever.
Yeah. Most people probably don't even have any idea about all that stuff, talking about roadkill and making fertilizers out of them.
Well, I just like someone's getting. Yeah, it's illegal though. You can't take it without like you have to like apply through like the game warden or whatever they're called.
Yeah, is that sad?
Big pain in the ass, and instead they just get collected and incinerated or something. Like you could just process that into a lot of really nice fertilizer.
Exactly. We're getting there.
Just ripping on the dirt bike.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that would be us out here in the country. That's a dirt bike truck.
Is there anything in your garden that's a no-go for the future that you're culling?
There's quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I don't like to really like say a whole lot because sometimes, you know, maybe I'm just the person that didn't grow it well. You know what I mean? Like I'm a new grower, so I don't really want to hate on any genetics or anything yet, but there's some that I just don't think are that big of yielders and that big of hash producers. And so that's what I'm gonna have to look for, you know, that's my medicine, you know. I think I would grow this tropical moon again. I don't know if I will though next year. We'll see. We'll see after this. After I have I kept a clone of this one, which I have in the past haven't kept clones. So we'll see. Starting to get sniffles. Okay, I'm gonna go with the chainsaw for some of this. It'll be a little loud. Oh, branch is too big on the bottom. All right, here comes a little chainsaw. A little noisy. Ugh.
There we go. Unmuted now.
Ah, you're muted.
Yeah. The dog went after the ducks with Malmy, so I went and dealt with it.
Oops. The doggy's still liking the ducks.
Oh, they just all want to play.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, let's see, we'll take that one off there.
You're taking a dab when I went in.
Yeah, I thought you were.
No,
No fair, cheater.
What?
No dabs.
Well, yeah, you're damn right. No fair is right.
Teasing.
I need a dab. It's no cheating myself out.
Go energize yourself.
I think I have to. What does everyone out there think? Is there anyone listening still? You think I should dab or keep
I
working?
think everybody's out of here. They're like, you're not even talking to us. Why are we even here hanging out in chat?
Sounds about right. That's what I would do.
Yeah, check it out. Come in, look at the garden. Here we are. That's all we're doing, hanging out. Hey, Teo, what's up?
Holy shit.
Oh, we just missed 420 somewhere. Hey, Big, how are you? What's up, y'all?
This is a lot of fun, dude. I didn't think that trimming could be so fun.
Shows what you know.
You like this? It's fun.
So fun.
Are you being facetious?
Maybe.
Similar, but
Okay,
no.
just checking.
I'm lying to myself.
To
Hoping
make you happy to like it?
speak it into reality, maybe through some like cognitive dissonance or something.
It's cognitive behavioral therapy, right?
Holy hell, man! How did I look back at every place I've gone, and every time I've seen like a new patch of leaves.
Yeah, they grow quick.
Yeah. It's one of the only setbacks. You gotta be a real fast trimmer if you ever want to see it done.
I'm sick of getting tangled up in this freaking netting.
Are we doing a pizza party for dinner or what?
Having a party.
Pizza party.
I brought the Sopranos Monopoly.
Oh.
Oh! There's
You
more.
guys are gonna be up all night just trimming. What are you talking about? You ain't got time to eat pizza.
Tara knows some stuff.
The thing is, Tara, is I will abandon things when I'm physically exhausted. I will stop. And I'll laugh.
Cameron, you know what? That's the smart person that does that shit. Because I do it. I do it now too. I didn't used to. I used to kill myself. And most of the time it comes with that smart age, right? We've learned not to kill ourselves. It doesn't do you any good to kill yourself.
Unless you're talking metaphorically, like at the end of Fight Club when Tyler Durden kills himself and then like becomes more himself, then yeah, whatever, do it.
Woo, I'm almost done.
I can't make such an obscure joke with only one person audience.
Crickets. Crickets. Sorry, Cameron.
Whoa, you're getting through that plant, Tara. Good for you.
I am. We are almost done, dude. Like I'm taking this shit serious. We're getting done.
Yeah.
Tara wants a dab. Going down. Going down, going down, going down. Okay, about 5 more branches and I'm done. Woo! Whoops, might have pulled that off a little too early. Okay. Look at that. The last big cola right here. Got her off. Oh, look at that. Nasty. Boom. 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 Okay, one little branch out of there. That's a sucker. I should have cut that because this is why. So, sucker branches. You should cut sucker branches because this is all they amount to. Not much. Yep.
Yeah, we went heavy this year, but it paid off just because we don't get things that bulk up too much.
Yeah. That I think it's super important to do that. I really, really think that it's super, super duper duper important to do that. And this last branch. There, the last one, we're done. right. Let's see. Am I connected on my phone? Let's show you. Here's the stalk. I guess you can't see the stalk. Here, let's cut it off. Should I leave the stalk here and cut it off with my chainsaw?
Oh, well, I don't know. You pick.
I'll cut it off just above the ground on this one. I think. Or should I leave it? No, let's leave it. Let's just leave it and watch it deteriorate and see what it does. So we'll leave it for next year. So there is the stalk. There you go. There's the stalk. There it is. All done. All chopped. Yay, chopped and done, dropped. Super happy, super glad to have this girl done, out of the way. There you have it. Get her done. Exactly, Stony Baker. How are you, my friend? I hope you're getting her done too. Someday I hope to grow that super lemon haze of yours. I want to grow that lady, that pretty super lemon haze. You know, that's the lady I like. So let me see if my phone is on. I think my phone's still hooked up, and then I'm going to go in and show you guys real quick what I have hanging, and then I'll show you a bit that we're hanging up. Hey, Raymond. Thanks, Raymond. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. It was awesome. Let me go show you what we got in there. Let's see. Let's get that. Get my Zoom back up. Let's go in here. Okay, there you have it. I showed y'all the hanging wall of curing plants that I have going on in there. And yeah, so that's what we got going on. Thanks for hanging out here, y'all. Drake, are you still here?
I'm somewhere.
Any final thoughts? Any final words? I think we're going to end the live stream and keep continuing to work because we got a lot more work to do. I'm going to go in the house and make a hot cocoa to celebrate my finishing the harvest of this. I still have one more Congo to cut down. I think we should let all these awesome, fine people on their way. And I know you have more harvesting to do.
I certainly do. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate it. Had fun trimming with y'all and chopping down, de-leafing, I guess. So
happy Croptober, y'all out there. I'm super happy, super lucky to be living in Washington State, where I am allowed to legally grow. Look forward to growing next year, and happy Croptober. We will see you back again on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific. And we have Lemon Hoko coming on for a Breeders' Cast on Wednesdays. So make sure to stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. And also, you can join our Discord if you'd like to learn about natural farming. We have an amazing Discord going over there, and it's free to join. You're all welcome. Look forward to chatting with you all some more. As always, there we go. How was that?
Good. You were glitching out for me a little bit at the end, but good.
Okay.